Hello and welcome back to my knitting videos podcast update little thing. My name is Taylor. So I did end up changing my name to Taylor Natural. Not that natural is my last name, but it is a very good descriptor of me, and so that's kind of what I went for. I wanted something that would, showcase more of what I would like to express here on this YouTube channel. We'll chat a little bit more about that in a minute. But hello, how are you doing? I hope your week has been good. Plenty of knitting, perhaps. Maybe some reading. But good, even if none of those things got to happen. Yes. I guess to start off here, I do have a UFO that is technically finished. I haven't washed, blocked it. I haven't even sewn in the ends. But here it is. It's got a nice little balloon sleeve action going on. Nice thick bottom band. The biggest problem I have with it is I don't think I picked up enough stitches for the neckband, the button band neckband thing. Yeah, so it kind of makes the whole fit like wonky. It's all my fault. No, like seriously, it's all my fault. Like I either just didn't, I just decided not to read the pattern and pick up how I thought was okay, and it wasn't. It's not okay. Okay, I digress. I'm not mad about it. I can still wear it as like a little house coat, little house cardigan. But I messed up and I don't have the heart in me to redo it. I just don't. I don't. Have you ever tried to like undo silk mohair? It's just not. It's not something I want to do. It's not. It's not. So here we are. Do love the color. This is Holst Garn. It's their Geelong Cashmere, I think, in cider. Could be wrong. But yeah, it's definitely their noble line, Geelong and Cashmere. And then a silk mohair from a brand I have no idea and I do not remember, and I don't have a band for it, so whoops. Yeah. It's been a UFO for a minute, like a good minute, so I apologize. The idea for this sweater came from like wanting, honestly, from those creamsicles, those orange creamsicle popsicles. That's where this idea came from. I think it worked out in that regard, but yeah. Oh well. I'm sipping on some green tea and a mug that sadly is not like handmade or something special, right? It's just from Hobby Lobby, but isn't it cute? I really like it. It's even got like a little extra detail that the camera's not picking up around the edge here. I haven't even like peeled the rest of the bottom off. It's good. But yeah. So technically a finished object, but it's not really. So let's talk about progress. On my current whips. Let's see. I'm having a hard time holding this one up. Okay. The Vulcan thus far. This is a bottom up But yeah, there's that beauty. I'm loving this so much. It is honestly a very simple cable. If you are looking for a simple cable, it teaches you the fundamentals of cabling very beautifully, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't let the November sweater take me away from it, but I couldn't help it. When I casted the November sweater on, I couldn't put it down. I genuinely could not put it down. I could not. Look at it. I could not. So this is the November sweater from Sari Nordlund in the Witch Wood Spinners handspun yarn. It is handspun, so if you see here, there are some thin spots, and then overall it's nice. You know, you can't really, it's not that bad, but it's definitely there, which is why I chose the pattern I did. I wanted to showcase the yarn in the pattern. So yeah. Fun fact, actually. The other day I was knitting on this, and the little black piece came out of the silver piece. That was the scariest thing I have. It was so scary. It really was. When I was pulling it through, you know, magic loop, I was pulling it through and it just popped out. I was like, what? Thankfully, I was able to save all of these stitches just with a yarn needle and some scrap yarn. So, crisis abated, but still scary. Very, very scary. So, yeah. That's that. I really enjoy that pattern. It starts you off at the back of the neck, and then you do some increases and stuff, and then you work and you make some to come around to form the neck completely. And then you do pick up for the neck band. So I'll be picking up to make a ribbed guy around the neck. So yeah, loving that. I feel like this is a very good pattern for this book right here. Haha, segue. Yeah, I got this, I don't know, a while back. Not really that long back. But I want the other one. I want the 250. Yeah, the 250 Japanese knitting stitches as well. But I really love the designs in here, and I would really love to modify the November sweater, modify like any like simple vanilla sweaters, and just throw like a little something lacy, a little something, I don't know, a little something. I think, like, I really want to use this book. I don't have the faith in myself, I guess, to try to make a pattern myself. But yeah, there's a lot of really beautiful ones in here. There's even like beautiful just like borders. Like, go ahead, just throw that on something, you know, just throw that on the bottom of a sweater, you know. But yeah, I think that's a really good vanilla sweater to use. Even if you just used like a really simple braid to put on the raglan increases, like in between the raglan increases, you know, just make a few extra stitches to put like a cable. I think in theory it's quite easier said than done, right? But yeah, that's all the knitting progress I have. So yeah. Finally, when this thing finally got off the ground and I wasn't destroying it over and over again, I cast on another one and I completely put it to the wayside. Oh well. But yes. So, yeah, I think that's all. That's all I had to really say and talk about. So we'll kind of jump into a little sit and knit section. I hope your week has been good. Maybe, I don't know, what was it full of? Was it full of fun and adventure? Was it just at home? Was it just trying to keep things from entropying into chaos? Sometimes that's all we can do. Yeah. I've recently been picking up reading a lot more, which I'm thoroughly happy about. I have plenty of books that I have not read. So like with the Eastern Mind and Western Body, I've also been reading Dune, which is, it's been a very good read so far. I've really been enjoying that. I think they're coming out with a movie. I really don't like movies that have to do with books. I just really don't. It's like, it's just so disappointing every time. Like, apologize, that was weird. That was the toilet. If you couldn't hear that, then I probably just look like a maniac. Oh well. But yeah, been enjoying reading a lot more lately. Well, I had something else to say. I know I did. Oh yes. I'm really wishing I had a bigger stash here, because I have so many tank tops I want to cast on now for summer, and t-shirts, but I just don't have the material to do so. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but we'll make do with what we have, and then we'll get more, right? Gotta do what you got first, especially if they're already on the needles. Oh, I do have a job. I should be starting on the 12th, so that'll be exciting, or that is exciting. It's a part-time job. I wanted to keep plenty of room for knitting and creating for you guys. That was like a priority when I was looking for a job. It needed to be part-time, but still pay for everything. Keep hearing weird noises. It's kind of freaking me out. Oh well. Oh wait. So yeah. And kind of going along with that, wanting to keep time for creating, I really do want to make more videos in a week. I'm just having a really hard time on how I want to articulate myself in these second videos, because, you know, if I have a hard time listening to somebody ramble, I know other people will. So it's got to be something meaningful, but I'm not great at making it meaningful if it's not a conversation with somebody, if that makes sense. But I also don't want it to be like me preaching to you, or like me, like, I don't want it to be like a TED Talk per se, you know. So yeah, that's still kind of a work in progress on how I'm gonna do that. So yeah. I gotta say, spring has definitely sprung. It is yellow every day. If you washed your car yesterday, it's yellow today, I promise. At least for me. Like, my goodness, it came and it is not going to let up. Not going to let up. Thankfully, I've been drinking my tea and local honey, so that's really helped with allergies. Yeah, if you have a bad problem with allergies, or your kids do or something, like, get some local honey. It has to be local. Get some local honey. Figure out how to feed it to them, whether it's like literally give them a teaspoon or like a half of a tablespoonful, because I know not all kids like tea. That's normally how I drink it or eat it, is in tea. So yeah, it helps a lot with allergies. With the trying to articulate myself more accurately in those other videos that I'm talking about, I think I might change up the media that I'm playing with. Like, instead of knitting, maybe do like watercolor or something with embroidery floss or something, like some other little craft that you can watch. Because I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just having a hard time, like, looking at the camera and saying what I have to say without any sort of response back. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah. I don't have too much I need to do today. Do you ever, like, wish you had more you needed to do in a day? Or maybe you probably wish that you had less you needed to do in a day. Depends, right? Gosh, these weird noises really haven't stopped. I apologize. It's making me go quiet. But yeah. I didn't think this video would be too long since I hadn't made any yarn acquisitions or other recent purchases. Excuse me. Oh, I did do a little project with a thrifted sweater that I had gotten the other day. One second and I'll grab it. Okay, so yeah. This thrifted sweater I got from Bargain Hunters, which is a thrift store here in the area. Well, somewhat local to me. It's a cashmere sweater from Land's End. That was the reason I got it, honestly. Soft, why not? It's in the thrift store. Yeah, so originally this color was very orange. Very orange. Like, this is orange. It was bright. It was a bright orange that this thing was. Very bright. But I was able to apply some color theory. So, you know, like, blue is gonna, like, mellow out red or bright. So I got this wine red dye, which is kind of purplish, and I dyed it over the orange, and this is the color I got. I got a pretty red. I did do it twice, because the first time it definitely dyed over, but it was still a little orange, still more orange than I wanted it. So I went again and I got a very beautiful red. So yeah, that was really fun to experiment with and actually get something really freaking awesome. Yeah, like, I didn't even, so, like, at the thrift store, it was $3. But the special thing about this thrift store is that the colored tag can be on sale. So on the wall, there's this giant board of just 2 colored cards. One of them is 50% off, one of them is 75% off. This was $3, but it was on a yellow tag, and that day, yellow tags were on sale for 75%. So I paid less than $1.50 for this. And then like $3 and something cent for the red dye, and voila. I mean, that is, come on, that's a steal. Okay, that's a steal. I stole. Okay, it's good. It's real good. So yeah, that was fun to do this past week. Yeah. And I think on that note, I'm going to leave you guys to your daily duties and such. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend, and plenty of knitting, or at least a general feeling of well-being. Alrighty. Thank you. See you again.